Hello. Good afternoon, good morning, afternoon, and evening. I'm Retin Tereke once again from the NFGCS Farm Estate. We're telling our stories. What you see in front of you, we are continuing the conversation around the farm. What you see in front of you is the NFGCS, is the fish pond section. Now, what is right in front of you are the new developing ponds. As you can see, well stone pitched. They are about 20 meters, they're about 25 meters by 10 meters, 25 meters long and 10 meters wide. And the aim is develop the capacity to be able to do anywhere from 100 to 500,000 fish over seasonally. Seasonally may not mean, it may mean based on stocking and brooding and whatever you call it, breeding and the rest. But this is the fish pond section. And one of the things I was taught early on was to plant plantain. As you can see, you see plantain covering the entire section, and the drone is literally picking out the pond and then zooming out for you to see what the pond is all about, what is in front of you. Now, the conversations we are having are conversations around rural productivity, rural growth and rural development. You see the first 2 ponds, you see another 3 ponds. Those 3 ponds you're seeing, each one does about anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 fish. Those 3. We had one of them collapse. You can see it. You can see the part that broke down. We're also trying to fix it. But as you can see, we're doing a lot of plantation around the fish pond, so that we can, for what is what, we can actually have full coverage along that axis. The entire place you're seeing, even though you have maize and more plantation going on, grapes are coming up here, it's actually dedicated to fish pond. You can see it. You can see the plain. Look, when we talk about, that's a water treatment plant on the top left corner here. And you see the dam on the top right corner. That's the dam. This is the NFGCS dam on the top right corner. You can see the snake line on the top right corner. That's the NFGCS dam. That's the waterway. You can see it drains out because we have not properly compacted it. But it's huge. It is huge. The entire plain you see, look at the entire plain, that's part of the farm. It covers tens of kilometers across long plains, but you have communities, Fulani communities, all around the place. You see, rural Nigeria is a gold mine of opportunities. Rural Nigeria gives us the ability to be able to develop. And the opportunities, as well as the resources, can be deployed for greater good, for greater growth and the greater good of all Nigerians. And you see, that's the right feed. The green patch is the right feed within the dam. What has to happen, what must happen is, we must begin to develop local content. And local content is local development. And local development is local productivity and local growth. And local productivity and local growth is the nation that is capable of defining her own existence by her own capacity. That's exactly what we'll be talking about, even when we talk about this. You can see the stretch of that dam. Now imagine if we're able to properly compact that dam and put it to good use. We can irrigate 100 hectares of farmland all year round with vegetable, with tomatoes, with pepper, and then ensure that the entire region, Nasarawa and most of the regions within the state, can have access to fresh vegetation all year round. But government must do what government has to do. Government must focus on the people, focus on the needs of the people, ensure that development is a product of our capacity to look within, and then looking within helps us to identify challenges and making them work. Those are accommodations, those are developing accommodations for our staff. I think that's a waterfront accommodation that I'm trying to build for myself personally. But if you look at it. Maize farmer up. The dam is in front of you. Fish ponds are in front of you. These are more ponds. Okay, you see the guy walking through that place. Those are more ponds. Each one of these small ponds takes about 2 to 3,000 fish. And then the big one here takes about between 5 to 10,000. This is a bigger pond. Now, as you can see, they're working there because they're setting up a 10,000 liters reservoir where they can pump the waters and they take the water out for irrigation purposes. An ecosystem, an agricultural ecosystem, a cluster, is where you can do all of the above. If you look straight down, you're seeing a water treatment plant. Yes, that's a water treatment plant. And then you see, those are the fish ponds I showed you earlier. There are several ponds around here. Cumulatively can give you, as we speak, 100,000, sorry, that's my video, 100,000 fish. So we are building the place to be able to accommodate a capacity to improve, become better, learn, and then make Nigeria work. Agriculture, let me repeat, these are most of these ponds you're seeing here, 1, 2, 3 ponds. This way you have the hardcore here. It's not a pond. It's where we're going to stabilize the receptor point where we can harvest the waste and then send it out. There's a pond in the end that takes about 10,000 fingerlings. That's about 25 by 15 meters. 25 meters long and 15 meters wide. Agriculture requires investment in infrastructure. Infrastructures ensure sustainability and survivability. When you are able to sustain your productivity and you're able to survive, what happens over time is that you can build a dream from nothing, you can sustain a process from little, and you can keep a farm going from what you have been able to build. All of these plantations you see, they were planted just about early January of 2025, and look at how good they are. We are building. Yes, that's my boy waving you. That's my last born. That's Jose waving you. That is me and the boy having fun, literally, showing you around. Now, the thing is this: what are we trying to achieve? You can see somebody's pulling out the yellow leaves of the plantain and removing them because you need them to grow better, you need them to grow faster, and then we need to be able to harvest them during the rainy season. But the future means that we're going to be able to harvest them all year round. With agriculture, you are not, I repeat, you're not looking for miracles. Look, miracles happens. But miracle is hard work plus opportunity. If you don't work hard and the opportunities are not available, there are no miracles. You see what is in front of you at the palm plantation. That is what you are going to. You can see, you zoom into it. You just look at palm. This is Nasarawa State. This is NFGCS. And those are palms. When you see this, those are eucalyptus tree that forms a walkway. If you look at the top left corner, that is a grape. That's your grapevine, developing grapevine. But look at the right corner, you see palm plantation. I've often said in recent times, it is time for us to plant palm. It is time for us to plant cocoa. It is time for us to plant trees, economic trees that are capable of sustaining us over time. We have to begin to get fed up with the fact that government will not do what government needs to do. Government will stop focusing on what an average Nigerian needs to do. So we have to do what we have to do. And as you can see, the palm plantation, as well as the vegetation you are seeing all around, it is beautiful. I love nature. Nature is me and I'm nature. You see on your top left corner, those are fish ponds. These are massive fish pond developing. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, there are about 7 fish ponds, each with the capacity to hold 50,000 fish. We have not even started yet. Because, look, we can talk about greatness, but greatness is nothing without manufacturing, without production, and without processing. Those are eucalyptus trees. Manufacturing, you can see the power line. Manufacturing, processing, and production are the key component of a nation's ability to define her nationalism and also to be able to take care of the need of our people. So what we do is to show you the possibility. All you're seeing are potato plantation within the palm plantation. A lot of potatoes. A lot of potatoes. This year, we have done over 5 hectares of potato. We hope to be able to do about 10 hectares of potato plantation, but that's what you are seeing in front of you. Every space is utilized. Potato are planted on the palm plantation. Look at this beautiful palm vegetation. This is Gati, people. This is Nasarawa State. When you see this, you see potato, you see all your other green vegetables, potato, and then you have mango, Tommy mango. These are Tommy mangoes. We refuse to cultivate this for potato because we want our cattle and our ram, sheep to be able to graze this. But you can see more and more of this is developing in Gati because we have seen that plantations are life. You have to be able to grow your community out of poverty. You grow your community out of misery. That's our hotel. That's our lounge developing. That's a 15-bed lounge where Nigerians can come from all over the world. That's that where you have that center green patch. That's a 15-bed lounge. And then you have those greenhouses where you have our seedlings. And then you have everything you are seeing here is potato. All that green feed you are seeing is potato with palm. Those potatoes are inside those palm. We are not interested in talking for the sake of talking. We're interested in growing this country for the sake of making Nigeria work for the betterment of all Nigerians. So yes, this is us telling you making Nigeria work is possible. This is rural Nasarawa State. What you hear when you talk about the greatness of this plain field is the fact that it is loaded with challenges and people kill and people die. But let me tell you, once you take care of the economy of a people, once you take care of the need of a people, you take care of their capacity to become sustainable over time, where conflict no longer becomes their reasoning, where solutions becomes their go-to game. And that's exactly what we have created. So how we appeal, all the plain field you see are plantations. One form of plantation or the other. Short-term plantation, medium-term plantation, long-term plantation. When I say short-term, what do I mean? When I say short-term, I'm talking about cassava. When I'm talking about maize, I'm talking about soya beans. Medium-term, cassava, yam and the rest. And long-term, palm, cashew, grape and the rest. This is the NFGCS farm estate. We don't talk for the sake of talking. We show you what is feasible, what is viable, what is available, what is physical, and what you can see. Development and growth is productive, it's intentional, it's resilient, it's pain, it's suffering. I'm not a biblical person, I'm a traditional worshiper, as you know, but the Bible says long suffering is the fruit of the Spirit. Look at it in front of you. That is how you grow. You see that top right, top left corner, those are plantain. And then, of course, you have the green. You have the dam and you have rice. Those green patch are rice plantation. We are not talking for the sake of talking. We are interested in growing this country from within. And we're living the example. Yes, this is GATI. This is NFGCS. This is the example. And so as we grow and develop partners over time, we are telling you and telling everybody that cares to listen that we are intentional about what we want to achieve. We are also confident that the struggles will not end. In the words of Taiso Larry, may your days be rough. Our days have been rough. Our days will be rough. That is how a nation grows. We know that one farm can change a home, can feed a home. And if one farm can feed a home, it can feed a street. And if one farm can feed a street, it can feed a community. And this is the grapevine. I love to see this picture every time. Because you need to understand that if we're able to get it done here, you can get it done anywhere in this country, particularly in the North Central. And if a farm can feed a community, it can feed a town. If it can feed a town, it can feed the state. And it can feed the state, it can feed the country. I'm paraphrasing Barack Obama when he said a voice can change the people. That's exactly what we're trying to put out there for you to see. And so you must understand that agriculture is not only the foundation of our industrialization, but the foundation of our own living, our own existence. I pray. People think that cannot pray. I pray because if you don't pray, you cannot live. A man must owe his existence to a superior authority. But I've always believed that the superior authority that guides me must rise and be foundation of my ancestors. Nothing else matters. So let us grow this country from within. But yes, I'm an Yoruba man. I'm the Yoruba headsman who is currently a son of Nasarawa State. But we have to be able to believe. We have to be able. You see those? Look at. I can see ram inside that estate here. It's our own little experiment. We build up some of these pockets around the farm, and the rams can come and feed on them. You see what they're doing here? Those are cow waste, rice chaff, as well as the feces, the dung from the cow. We mix them as organic fertilizer. That's what they are saying here. And this is a walkway around the farm. For you to be able to grow, that's the ugu. You see the picture here. It's showing you even much more. What do you want to see? That's not here. Palm is here. Plantains are here. And then look at ugu. That bed is in front of you. Look at it. That came in from the top right corner. That is ugu. Look at the ugu vegetation. We're planting about 2,000 ugu seedling this year. And this is just the beginning. our nation can work, our people can grow, our communities can be better, our society can be safe. But that is only possible when Nigeria farms. Because when Nigeria farms, Nigeria works. Yeah, that's my boy Joe. When Nigeria farms, Nigeria works. And this is why we believe that our greatness is agrarian, that our capacity and our solutions are agrarian. Thank you. Lastly, let me repeat myself again and again and again. Nigeria work when Nigeria farms. Thank you.